Oh, it'll be fine, Miss Kay.
It looks like it's recording. All right. So
It'll
as
work.
people join, I'm probably going to end up pausing what I'm saying to make sure that they know that I'm recording, because that could be like a violation of privacy laws.
Okay.
All right. So as of right now, we have Sydney, Emma, Jess, and Mr. Arron as an observer. Unless you would like to start talking about EET, Mr. Arron, feel free to jump in. Okay. So essentially what we're going to do is I'm going to reread the chapter. It's a very short chapter. And then we're going to go through the EET process. I've already finished mine. I did my homework.
Oh, we didn't. Say Sid didn't.
Yeah, we didn't.
Well, that's the point of this Zoom conference.
Yay.
Awesome.
And then I will be posting a Google form that is going to be for the EET plan. So you guys we'll talk about it, we'll go through it, and then you guys can go back and fill in the form, okay? So it's just
Okay.
it's just be kind of a way for me to see if this worked. Yeah. Okay. So let me find my book. It's right there. Has everyone gotten chapters 1, 2, and 3 minus Mr. Arron?
Because we got 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we have.
Okay, so everybody is up to date with the chapters. Mr. Aaron's going to be a little bit lost, but
That's fine.
sorry,
That's
man.
normal. That's how I will go through life. It's fine.
Okay, salesman. Okay, so chapter 4 is called Friends. Because I'm an only child, I've spent most of my time with adults. My earliest years centered on Mom, Nana, and Poppy, and our dogs. I was glad when it was time for me to start school. School's fun. Did you hear that, guys? School's fun.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me close the window because there's something's happening.
It's loud outside.
Yeah, it sounded like a child laughing.
Okay. I like researching and learning new things. I have more books than toys in my room, and I've been on the honor roll for 3 years. My best friends run dogs like I do. I look forward to seeing them when we meet in competitions. My friend Chandler Bridges lives in Jackman, Maine, and Lily Stewart lives in Massachusetts. To celebrate my 11th birthday, we had a weekend sleepover and pool party at my home. My mushing friends came from Maine, Massachusetts, and Connecticut, and they brought their dogs so we could enjoy training time together. My best friends in school are Isabel and Natasha. Isabel and I study together. We play dolls or games like Scrabble, Monopoly, Clue, and Twister. In the summer, we swim, ride our bikes, or take the dogs for walks. In the winter, we play outside in the snow or inside with the pups to help socialize them. One afternoon, a few years ago, one of my friends from school came over to visit me. Mom was cooking beef stew for supper. She also had a pot of slump on the burner. Slump is the butcher's leftovers, the parts of animals that people don't eat, including the eyeballs. When the slump is cooked, Mom freezes it and saws it into 1-pound blocks. We store the blocks in the freezer and feed them to the dogs along with dry food. When our stew was about done that afternoon, Mom called us. We came down from my room to wash our hands. One of the girls asked if she could stir the stew. Sure, my mom said. She handed her a long spoon, and lifted the cover of the slump and began to stir. She looked inside, and an eyeball popped out in the broth. Ah! She screamed, gagged, and dropped the spoon. My friend Jenna picked up the spoon, looked inside the pot, and shrugged. She knew what our dogs ate. My third friend looked into the pot, rolled her eyes toward the ceiling, and shrieked. She called her mother. You've got to come get us, she screamed into the phone. Before long, her mother knocked on our door. Mom invited her in. Mrs. Upset Mother scowled, collected 2 of the girls, and left in a huff.
Miss Katie.
Huh?
Sorry, I think you have 2 people joining. I know you said you wanted to let them know you were recording.
Thank you.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. Whoever is new, I think it's Amari and Sean. I just want to let you guys know I am recording this Zoom conference so that I can post it for the people who aren't able to join it, if that's okay with you guys.
Cool. Yes.
I think that very low sounding cool was Sean.
Yeah, I think that was Sean. It sounds like him.
Oh,
So,
sorry. Yeah, sorry I joined in late.
oh no, it's fine. We're just reading the chapter, so if you've already read it, then not a big deal. So Jenna and I remained friends until she moved away. The other girls avoided me from then on like I had some contagious disease. I appreciate the friends I have, but I am just as thankful to wake up and hear the dogs yipping, to see the sun rising or the snow falling, or to feel the blast of fresh air on my face when I go out to greet my dogs. So that's where the eyeball came in, Mr. Arron.
Gotcha. Sorry, I had mine on mute.
That's
Amari.
all right. I'm just writing down who else has
It's on
joined.
their end, not yours.
All right. So we're going to just kind of walk through the EET process, just so you guys can get a sense of what I do as I go through. So green group. Somebody remind me what green group stands for.
Who was the characters?
The characters. Very good. Do you guys remember the characters' names that were stated?
Do you?
I don't remember.
It was Ashley.
Mm-hmm. He's the narrator, right?
Yep.
Okay, very good. I didn't even write Ashley on my paper, see?
Mhm.
Okay, so we've got Ashley. Who were
Yep.
the adults that she was pretty much around her entire childhood?
Oh yeah. I think it was her mom and her well she was not around Uncle Alex her whole life.
Right, Uncle Alex was one of their mushing friends that she just got really close to. I don't think he was her biological uncle, but no, he was not
No.
in this. Very good.
Mhm.
Who else is she related to that she's been around?
Oh, Breezy.
Breezy's
Yeah, that
their
one.
pit bull from chapter 1, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So who are the two people that raised Ashley's mom? You remember?
I don't remember off the top, but I've got it right here.
Do you remember what she called her grandparents?
You remember what she called her
Uncle,
grandparents?
was it Uncle Alex?
That was
No.
one of the musher adults that she kind of got close to.
Okay.
But what did she call her grandparents? Do you remember?
Oh, Poppy
Mm-hmm.
and
What do you call them?
Nana.
Awesome. Very good. So we've got Ashley's mom, Nana, and Poppy. Who were her racing friends?
Then her racing friends. I don't know if we have that.
Yeah, that's where they were listed in this chapter. These are new characters.
They are. So I'm going to
Oh,
read
yeah.
the paragraph that had it in there. See if you can.
Alright.
My best friends run dogs like I do. I look forward to seeing them when we meet in competitions. My friend Chandler Bridges lives in Jackman, Maine, and Lily Stewart lives in Massachusetts. So who are her two racing friends?
Chandler Bridges,
Mm-hmm.
and I can't remember what the other one.
It's a flower also. It starts with an L.
Oh, Lily.
Good job. So we got Chandler and Lily. And then she had three friends from school that got a surprise in their soup. Do you remember what the three friends' names were?
I remember one.
Okay, what is it?
Don't remember.
Tasha.
Natasha. Very good.
Mhm.
Does anyone remember the other two? One starts with a J and one starts with an I.
One J. No. Still doesn't ring a bell.
Okay. So now I'm trying to find my best friends in school are Isabel and Natasha. Isabel and I study together. We play dolls or games like Scrabble, Monopoly, Clue, and Twister. So what's the friend's name with the I?
Oh, Isabel.
Isabel, very good. And who was the other friend, the one that didn't freak out when she found an eyeball in the stew? She just rolled her eyes and laughed.
1:13 p.m.
What was that? My friend Jenna picked up the spoon,
Oh.
inside the pot, and shrugged.
There you go. Jenna.
Jenna, very good. So the characters in this chapter, so this is what you're going to write for the first part. Mom, Nana, Poppy, Chandler, Lily, Isabel, Natasha, Jenna, and then Ashley, who's the narrator. So when I went through and I read chapter 4, I just jotted the names down as they came. So that way I'm not like going back and having to reread and relook for names. All right. What is blue do? What are you looking for with blue do?
Is what the characters do.
Close. Remember we changed it to something else.
Oh. Did we change it to the main idea?
Yes, very good.
Yes,
so
the main idea.
Main idea. Main idea is tricky and it can be subjective at times. But
Yeah.
What do you think the main idea of this chapter is? What does it have to do with? What's the name of the chapter?
Her friends.
Friends. Okay, so we know that the theme is
Friends.
friends. So now we
Yep.
have to break the chapter apart and kind of figure out what about friends. Does Ashley seem like the kind of person who craves being around people? Like, is that something she values?
No.
No. She's fine with having friends, but she's also fine without having friends. What is the most important thing to her?
Racing.
Racing and her dogs, right? So at
Yep.
the very end of the chapter, she said, friends are great, but being with my dogs is much more important. So that's that's the main idea of this, that she kind of talked about all the friends she had, how great they were, but then they kind of left her life and she was fine with it, right?
Oh, okay.
So I wrote for my main idea that Ashley was content with her dogs. She doesn't have to have a bunch of friends, right?
Right.
Okay. Awesome. What is the next one?
Next one.
What does it look
That
like?
eyeball.
Oh, yeah. What does it look like?
Yeah,
Eyeball.
which is, what are we looking for with that? The what?
It's. Oh, the events.
That's
No.
later.
Okay, so that's
yeah, that's
like
for
We've
later.
done characters, then we need
settings.
settings. Good.
Okay.
What were the settings in this chapter?
I don't remember what were this. Did we write that down?
So where was her birthday party? Where did she have that?
She had her birthday party at her house.
Yeah, so one of the settings is her home. And then she talked about
Is
her
the-
friends at school. Where do you have to go to see your friends at school?
You have to actually
go.
go. Oh,
You have to go to school, right? So
Yes.
we've got home, we've got Ashley's home, and school.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Those are your settings.
so
Mhm.
Ashley.
So the next part, is everyone following along? Are we good? Am I going too fast?
Nope, you're good.
Nope, you're good.
Okay, perfect. So the next part is how would, play on words, how would the characters feel? Because remember that bead is a piece of wood. So how do you
Right.
think Ashley feels in this? Does she have any like radical emotions about friends? Like, is she like loving her friends or hating her friends?
No, she really doesn't.
She's
say
pretty
anything
apathetic.
about
She
her
couldn't
friends,
care
right?
less one way or the other, right?
Yep.
So that's
Mhm.
that's like contentment, when you're fine with how things are regardless of what happens with it. So there's a big feeling of content for Ashley, because as long as she has her dogs, she's good, right?
Yep.
Yes.
So her overall feeling is an emotion called content, where you're chill, you're good, whatever.
Yep.
All
That's
right,
what my
pink
mom said a lot.
parts.
Pink parts.
What are we trying to find with pink part?
the
And then
events.
we're trying to find the event.
Yeah, we're going to sequence the events, right?
Mhm.
Okay. So, what was the first big event that they talked about? Her what birthday? Remember how old she turned when she talked about that?
Her 16th birthday?
Not 16. It's the one after 10.
Oh, her 11th.
Her 11th birthday. Good. So, do you
One
remember
after
what she had for her birthday, like what she did?
Let's see. What did she?
Emma, do you remember?
Oh.
Do you want me to reread it? I can do that.
Yes, if you can reread it.
Hey, Emma.
So I'm gonna read the chapter. So Emma and Jess, listen for what they do, okay? Because I'm gonna ask you guys, okay?
Yes.
All right. To celebrate my 11th birthday, we had a weekend sleepover and a pool party at my house. So Emma, can you tell me one of the things that they did?
Pool party.
They had a pool party. Very good. Jessie, do you know what the other thing was? What do you have to do at night? Or what should you do at night? What is that, Jess? Huh?
She didn't have a microphone on.
Oh, I think your
Yeah.
mic is off.
Yeah, she doesn't have her microphone on.
A sleepover. Very
A
good.
sleepover.
So the first event that you would write down was that she had a pool party and a sleepover for her 11th birthday, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
The second event, do you remember who came to her 11th birthday? They're like her best friends because they have so much in common. So who would she have so much in common with?
Well,
Oh, her mushing family.
Yes, her mushing friends. So her
family.
friends with their dogs came from all different parts of the United States, right?
yep.
All right, that's part number 2. Number 3, what happened? It was 3 people came over aside from her birthday. So after her birthday was over, 3 people came over and something happened. What happened? It involved an eyeball.
Oh
this
yeah.
is eyeball.
Does the stew was the eyeball was in the stew?
Okay, so mom was making something, correct?
Yep, she was making
She was
beef
making
stew.
stew.
Okay. So what friends do you think came over? Do you think if her mushing friends came over, they'd freak out about this slump that was fed to dogs?
No.
No, because they'd probably be used to it, or they'd make it, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So what other group of friends did she talk about in this chapter that probably is not used to eyeballs being in pots of stew?
Oh, her school friends.
Yes.
Her school
3 of her
friends.
school friends came over, right?
Yep. Those are the ones.
Those are the ones. And Ashley's mom was making stew and slumps. So she was making the food she was going to eat and making the food the dogs were going to eat side by side together. Some people might find that weird.
Whoa.
Ashley's mom did not. And then obviously her friends saw the eyeball, right? How did she react to that? Did she react calmly and collectedly?
No, she was freaking out.
She was freaking out, right?
Yes.
What did the girl do because of the eyeball in the stew?
Remember?
I don't.
What would you do if you saw an eyeball in a stew?
I wouldn't eat the stew.
I wouldn't eat it either.
Yeah.
But she was upset because she thought that Ashley's mom was trying to feed her an eyeball. That's crazy, right?
Yeah.
Ew.
Especially
Nasty.
Right? So she was like, this is ridiculous. I'm calling who? Who did she call?
I'm calling my parents.
She called her mom. She's like, Mom, you got to pick me up. Crazy people trying to feed me eyeballs. Right?
Ew.
Right? So the mom came and picked the 2 girls girls up, Natasha and Isabel. Jenna was like, oh, well, there's an eyeball. What are you going to do? So did she talk to Isabel and Natasha after that?
No.
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 They treated her at this point like she had like corona. Equate that to like right now.
Yeah,
Like-
they stayed
like
away
they-
from her.
Like you said that they treated her.
So in the book it said, I was just trying to make a joke. It said in the
Well-
chapter that Jenna and I remained friends until she moved away. The other girls avoided me from then on like I had some contagious disease. So that was my joke because we're going through with a situation with the corona.
Yeah,
Trying to
Yeah.
make
I got it.
this
Trying to
Yeah,
make it
joke.
comical.
Yeah,
That
but
was a
the
dad
real
joke. My dad would have made that.
yeah, but the real situation is not a joke at all.
It's not. You're right.
Tell
Got
her,
it.
Amari.
And laughed.
Yeah, good.
Do not laugh about it.
All right. So Ashley never talked to Natasha and Isabel after that, right?
Yes.
Does she talk to Jenna really anymore?
Not really.
No.
Did anything really happen, or did it just kind of fizzle out?
It just kind of fizzled out.
So that was kind of what I put down for the events. So for the last part, which was something interesting, after I read the chapter, I didn't know slump was a thing.
Don't push me, please.
So I talked about how slump contains leftover meat not eaten by humans. So that was my interesting point. So that is the EET for chapter 4. Okay?
Yes.
Cool.
So that's really all I did when I went through it. I just kind of wrote my notes down as I went, because it's kind of hard when you read something to then go back and rethink of everything, kind of like I made you all do.
Yeah, that's kind of hard for me to do.
Well, that's why I'm hoping with us going through each of them, it's easier for you to go through and do it on the Google form since it's kind of in your brain.
Yes.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
Should be easy.
Should be easy.
Yeah.
So,
Depends on what sticks and what doesn't.
there you go. Well, do your best. That's all we can ask for, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. So I'm going to post this Zoom conference so you can actually review it before you do your EET or whatever. So I'm going to post the EET Google form after we are finished.
Okay.
And you guys can do it. Please take your time. I'm not posting any of these and being in like high demand of you doing it right away. I'm posting it so that you can do it at your own speed.
Perfect.
No stressing, no freaking out that you didn't get it done right away. It's totally fine. Get it done when you can. And if you need help, you know I'm here. My phone is literally glued to my hand, so I have access to my email at all times.
Very good.
Yes. All right. So do you guys have any questions?
Any other
No.
questions?
Right now,
Not right now.
Mom, you got it?
I don't think so.
Was this helpful to have this Zoom conference before you had to do this assignment?
Yes.
Definitely a 5 stars.
Thanks, man.
I give
Reviewer
you 6
on Yelp.
stars.
All right.
Not
So
for you, Mr. Arron, but for us, yes.
Oh, well, I didn't do much, so I deserve that.
all right. So if you guys have no other questions, I guess we don't have to stay on here for any longer.
Alright.
Can I just say thank you
Oh, that's
to
fine.
all the students for letting me kind of eavesdrop on your morning lesson and kind of walk through for the EET. I appreciate that.
You're welcome, Mr. Arron, anytime.
You're welcome, Mr. Aaron.
Thank you.
And I came on late because I was trying to figure out the code, but I got that all out of the way.
You did. You did a very good job. You all did.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. Well, I may just do this every Monday so that we can kind of go through. And this way we kind of have an interactive lesson instead of you just watching me on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's very
Yeah.
helpful.
Yeah, it's
It
very
is.
helpful. It's very helpful to watch YouTube, but then I'm like, okay, what?
And
Well, I'm going to have to say when this Corona thing is over, the YouTube channel will be deleted.
I'm already downloading videos.
What?
I don't really want to be on YouTube, but it's fine.
But it helps.
That's.
It
I'll
helps.
download them and then put them on TikTok. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
To some
I've got you
music.
covered.
Okay. Well, on that note, feel free to email me with any questions, and I will upload that Google form after we leave the meeting. Okay?
Perfect.
Sound good?
Sounds
Yes.
good.
Ask her if you're all caught up on your
Oh, Miss Katie, am I all caught up on my stuff?
I believe so. Let me go through and check my Google Forms and just make sure. I'll leave myself a note.
Am I all caught up too?
Yeah, because I think there's still a character trait thing I had to do or whatever, but we don't know.
All right, so I put that down to update, and I can send you guys an email, okay?
Sounds good.
All righty.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Miss Katie.
Thanks, guys. Have a good rest of your day.
You too.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.